Ladies and gentlemen, want to use icons like me? Well, check out U7 Buy. Select the coins you need, type in JD for a cheeky 5% off. Link in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video. Today we look at Dirk Kuyt. This card looks really, really good. He's 3-star, 4-star combination with the 4-star skills. I really like him. I thought he was a really good box-to-box midfielder. He's got great pace. He's got pretty decent dribbling. His agility and balance. His agility is decent, but his balance is a bit on the low side. I think it's about 76. But he was just somebody who had fantastic passing. His passing was so good. I mean, he never kind of misplaced a pass. Good interceptions, got in the way, cut out passing lanes. I thought he did that really well. Assisted Ginola and Smolarek, and I'm sure they appreciated it. He got a few assists for himself. Just a nice box-to-box midfielder. Definitely got the pace to run through the mid. Now, when it comes to downsides, I've already stressed his balance is a bit on the low side. Also, I've also realised something whilst playing with him for a while. Now, in the start, I didn't know this, but he's only got 68 stand tackle. Now, even though if you put a shadow on him, you think, yeah, he's sorted. But you know what? There was a number of occasions where when he tried to stand tackle the first time, he never got the ball back. And my opponent would just take the ball. He'd lose a 50-50 because of how bad his stand tackle is. And my opponent would score a goal. And that was really frustrating. And it really got me angry. And then when I made this review, I looked at his stats more closely. And I said, yeah, that's the problem with this guy. Now, I'm not saying he can't stand tackle. I think he can. He's quite a big physical specimen. He's definitely got presence on the pitch. However, that is definitely a problem with this card. The fact that his stand tackle is not very dominant. His slide tackle isn't very dominant either. So, that is definitely something I saw. Now, it didn't happen always where he was, sometimes he'd stand tackling at the ball, but sometimes it'd take him 1 or 2 or even 3 times to win the ball. And I think, do you want a midfielder like this in this stage? That might be a different story. However, there is a beauty about this card. His finishing is absolutely ridiculous. JD Gaming has been on the other side of Dirk Kuyt's finishing, and he has destroyed me a few times, and he's got my back up a bit. This is an unbelievable finisher, and I think this card you could play centre mid in a 4-1-2-1-2, but ask him to go forward, and I think that is where I'd use him. I wouldn't use him as a cam, and the reason why is because for me, cams have to have 5-star skills as a minimum. Cams have to have 90 pace, and cams have to have really good fluid agility and balance. This card doesn't provide that, and for them, in that basis, I don't think he qualifies for that cam position. However, in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, or even in a CDM position, this card works. He can play a deep line playmaker because I've already stressed his passing is fantastic. He's got very good pace, and I think these are all noticeable things that make a big difference. Overall, I'm going to give this card an 8.8 out of 10. It's definitely a good player, but there is room for improvement before you start comparing him to Hull or something like that, because his stats do look incredible. However, I think the balance, and I do think the stand tackle and slide tackle being a bit on the low side doesn't help this card. But thank you very much for watching. Bye.